Hello everyone, welcome to AI and Automation Express channel. This is a third video in the series of computer vision activities. Computer vision activity series, we first see an introduction about computer vision. Second video, we go through the differences between normal AI automation and computer vision activity automation, when to use which feature and what is better in which condition. Now, in the coming videos, we will go in detail about each and every computer vision activity. So, first of all, we will learn CV screen scope activity. So, this key CV screen scope activity is like a parent for each and every activity which is using computer vision. So, as the first point mentioned, computer vision activity functions only inside a CV screenscope activity, which establishes the actual connection to the neural network and thus establishing you to analyze the UI of the applications you want to automate. So when you drag and drop CV screenshot, it will tell UiPath framework you need to establish a connection between UiPath in-house neural network so that it will invoke that neural network model and OCR and detect all the elements available on the screen, and then those captured element will be used in further automation using computer vision. So any activity of computer vision, okay, it will be a get text, it will be the type into or anybody that will only need to use inside a CV screen scope activity. So this is a kind of must. So any workflow is using computer vision activities must begin with dragging the CV screen scope activity to the designer panel. So that is the must, not should. It is must. So just remember that point. Okay. The third one is once this is done, the indicate on screen button in the body of the scope activity can be used to select the area of the screen that you want to work in. So once you, just like any other activity, right? So which if you want to highlight any element or the screen, we are using a indicate on screen button, okay, on that activity. So we will show that in practical demonstration in the UiPath. So when you click on that, it will allow you to highlight the screen or the portion where you guys want to do automation. So that particular screen you can highlight. Okay. Another thing is you can highlight more than one screen also. So that also we will see in the coming video when we will see auto scroll feature of the computer vision. Okay. Uh, Double clicking the informative screenshot displays the image that has been captured and highlight in the purple color um, of the all UI elements and have been identified by the neural network or OCR engine. So whatever elements computer vision is able to identify on the screen, so those will be highlighted, and that highlighted screenshot you can show inside the CV screen scope activity. So I will show you this point as well while we will go for the demonstration. The third one is area selection can also be used to indicate a portion of the UI of the application you want to automate. This is especially used in the situation where there were a multiple text fields and that have a same label and cannot be properly identified. So and rather than identifying whole screen, you can just highlight a portion on the screen, and neural network of the CV is only capture that particular portion screen and identify all the elements available within that portion only. So when this is very useful, as mentioned here, if you have a same name label, okay, twice in the screen, then this neural network will be confused like which one to identify, which not to identify. Obviously, we can use anchor for that. But if you want to avoid that situation, then you can just highlight that portion where your particular interested element is there, and you can extract the value from that particular element. Okay, so this all features are available with the CV screen scope activity. Now let's go to the UI path and let's capture some of the element. I have a Postman desktop application open here, and we will try to just demonstrate using this Postman application. So let's go to the UiPath Studio, and so as you can see, under computer vision node, you can see all the different activities available under computer vision. But there is an activity called CV screen scope, which is a parent for all of this activity. None of this activity will work without this screen scope. Okay. So for example, if you want to use CV click, then you have to drag and drop that CV click activity inside CV screen scope. It will not work like this, okay, outside of CV screen scope. Okay, so if you see here, if I drag and drop it outside, then it is showing a error. You can read it in tooltip. Activity is valid only inside CV screen scope. You cannot use it outside screen scope. Okay, so that is first point. Like the CV screen scope activity is must to use for computer vision type of activity. Now, as we can see here, in the CV screen score activity, we have a OCR engine mentioned also. So they which will used along with the UiPath neural network to identify all the elements available on the screen which we will capture. The second one is this indicate on screen button. Okay, so when you click on indicate on screen button, then it will just like any other automation, it will allow you to highlight elements over the screen. Okay, so 1 minute, let me do it again. Hmm. So as you can see it, you can like uh, highlight different elements available on this screen, and you can highlight a particular portion. For example, I'm only interested in this portion, then I can highlight it like this, and it will show me that portion only. Okay, so if I click on this button, which is show informative screenshot, so when we click on it, it will show me the screen which is already captured by the UiPath. Okay, so as you can see here, the UiPath neural network is able to identify this all different elements. For example, this discover what you can do in Postman, that is one line, explore the full potential of Postman, that is a second line. Okay, and here there are some options of REST basic integration service, API documentation, all these different elements which is highlighted in color and box, that is identified by the UiPath neural network. So if you want to highlight a particular portion, that you can do using this indicator on screen, or if you want to highlight a full screen, for example full screen, right? So that also you can do using this. Okay, so as you can see here, if we see the informative screenshot, so it is able to identify all the elements available in whole screen. Okay, so and it is able to mark those elements. So we this is like an informative screenshot. Okay, so based on this we can easily tell, okay, these all elements are easily identified by the neural network of UiPath, and we can do automation on all of them. So for to get those information, this is very important to see that um, screen. And obviously, like you can use the screens and screens name you can see here. And in case of like there is one feature called auto scroll, so we will have a one separate video on it. But to use that feature, we can have a multiple screen here also. Okay. So and here if we go and see all the active properties available with the computer vision screen scope is the delay before delay name CV method, which is like you want to do a element detection method, which is neural network, or OCR method, so that is also mentioned over here. These all properties is just like any other activity. And this scroll offset, so this scroll offset will use while we have a dynamic auto scroll scenario with the computer vision automation. So I will show you in the coming video how to use that and what is how to configure it. Okay, so in those cases, this or scroll offset is used, and if you are using like document understanding, then you can give a document understanding API key and URL, or you are like using AB or something that also you can give a URL and API key over here. And if you're not using any of this for OCR, but you are using a local server, then that local server checkbox you can mark it true or false from here. Okay, yeah. So we are not using local server right now, so we will not mark it. Okay. So this is all about a CV screen scrub activity. And so what is the summary for this lesson is CV screen scrub activity is a must to use when you want to use any um, any of the CV activities. All CV activity must be placed inside this CV screen scrub. You can indicate your screen using indicate on scope button. When you do that, you can either do whole screen or you can do just for particular portion. When you do that, UiPath neural network and OCI engine can identify all the elements available over there and which can be automated by the UiPath, and it will show you this informative screenshot where you can see like which all elements are identified by UiPath. In case of auto scroll scenario, which we will cover in next video, you can have a multiple screens identify. In those cases, you can see here a multiple screen, but in a one screen scenario, you can only see one screen here in this drop down of screen name. Also, this Kiwi screenshot activity is using OCR along with the neural network. So that OCR engine also you can specify here. By default, it is UiPath Screen OCR, but you can use any other OCR engine which you are interested in. So thanks for watching this video, and in coming videos, we will go in detail of each and every activity mentioned here, and also how to capture element for each of them and how to use all of them, and auto scroll feature and screen refresh feature, all those different features available with the computer vision. So thanks for watching, and please do comment on my video if you have any feedback. Do like my videos and please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.